now we are starting it again.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So, like the first thing we need to learn about before actually going into the conflict serializability is conflict operation. Okay. So, what is conflict operation actually? So, we need to identify the first of all we should see an example. So, let us see this table first. Is it visible to all now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, now let us look at this table. In this table, how many transactions are there?
So
So
two.
two.
Two transactions are there, and we are able to identify. We are able to like predict that these are non. This is non-serial schedule. Okay, because of the interleaving operation. So we need to make this schedule non-serial schedule into serial schedule. Okay, what we can do, we can swap some operations. Like these operations may be swapped or may not be swapped. We need to identify some swapping of the operations of the different transactions T1 and T2. Okay, we cannot swap the operations of same transaction. First thing is that. Okay, so I cannot swap the write A and read B of transaction T1 itself. I can swap only the statements that belongs to the different transactions. So we need to find out some swapping, some transactions that can be swapped, so that we can finally club all the operations of T1. T1 is having all the operations of four operations of T1 altogether, and then all the operations of T2 altogether. It means ki four operations of T1 first executes, and then four operations of T2 will execute, or vice versa. That is like actually the conversion of this non-serial schedule into serial schedules. So for that, some rules are there. Now we will see the rules. Okay, so for four rules are there in order to identify that whether we can swap the operations or we cannot. First rule was first rule is if the two transactions just reads the data object, then they do not conflict and the order is not important and we can swap them. Okay, that is very easy. Suppose transaction 1 is reading an object A and transaction 2 is reading the object A, so they are not actually conflicting operations, because reading can be or done in any order. So order does not matter in that case and we can swap them. Second one is also there, that is for swapping. If two transactions either reads or write completely separate data objects, then they do not conflict and the order is again not important, so we can swap them. Is it visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so second rule is that if two transactions either read or write completely separate data objects, it means ki if transaction T1 is reading A and transaction T2 is reading B, then again they are not conflicting and we can swap them. So reading or writing of different objects again do not matter in this case, the order is not important. But now the rule 3 and 4 are there too, in that we can swap them. So if the one transaction writes a data object, read carefully, one transaction writes a data objects and other transactions either reads or writes the same data object, underline the word same, then they conflict and the order is important, and in that case we cannot swap. And the 4 rule again says that two actions on the same data objects conflicts if at least one of them is right. One of them is right, either read or write, either write or read, or write or write, both. Then again we cannot swap them. So if we need to convert a non-serial schedule in a serial schedule, then we need to follow these four rules. I am summarizing all these rules in this slide now. So conclusion of the above four rules are this, actually you can say. But suppose you have been asked to write the conflict operations rules in examination, then you need to write these four rules. Getting it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The summarization of the four rules are this actually. that will help you to solve the questions, okay, in faster manner. So summarization is that first of all we need to see that the two statements or two operation must belongs to the two different transaction, okay, जो मैंने आपको पहले भी बोला था. So we cannot swap the operations of the same transactions. So first of all, in order to be conflict, they needs to be from the different transactions. The first rule is, first summarization is this. Then the access, they must access the same data item. यदि वो different data item को access कर रहे हैं तो order does not matter. So we can swap them. So in order to be conflict, they must be of accessing the same data item. Okay. And then finally we are concluding that at least one of them must be a write operation. यदि दोनों read operation है, same के केस में भी यदि दोनों read हो जाते हैं तो हम conflicting नहीं मानेंगे. Okay, so operations will be conflicting when these three conditions are there actually. ये आपको केवल एग्जाम्पल सॉल्व करने में हेल्प करेगी. यदि आपसे एग्जामिनेशन में रूल पूछे जाते हैं तो यू नीड टू राइट द प्रीवियस 4 रूल्स दैट आई हैव सीन इन द previous slide. Okay, so they must belong to different transactions, they should access the same data item, and at least one of them should be right. Okay, so with the help of this we are now solving or converting that table actually. The small table is also there in which you can see that if both are reading, then only they are not conflicting, otherwise they are conflicting. Okay, in the case of read only it is not conflicting, otherwise it is conflicting, whether it is read write or write read or write write. So now this is our example actually, this is our question now. So the table is containing two transactions, we need to convert this non-serial schedule into a serial one. Okay, so first of all see that these two transactions, write A and read B, the arrow is visible?
Yes, sir.
Now you need to tell me whether they are conflicting or not non-conflicting. The first rule was whether they belonging to the different transactions or not.
Yes, sir, different.
They are belonging to different transactions. So first thing is clear. Now second one, whether they are working on the same object or not.
Same
Yes,
object,
sir.
sir.
Same object. Both are working on the same object, that is A. Or one of them is read or write, or one of them is write operation or not.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So whether now tell me whether they are conflicting or not.
Conflicting.
Yes, sir.
Conflicting. So we can swap or not.
So swap.
No, dear. If the
Yes,
conflict
sir.
operation is there, so we cannot swap.
No.
In the case of non-conflicting, only we can swap. So they are conflicting
Yes.
and we cannot swap them. सोचो जरा एक बार, यदि conflicting है तो we cannot swap. Reason is very much clear. Suppose transaction T1 read A and then write A. So it is updated by transaction T1, updated, and T2 is reading the updated value of A. Now suppose we
Yes, sir.
swapped it.
Yes,
Suppose
sir.
we swapped it. So it means कि reading of A by transaction T2 occurs prior to the writing of A. So it will actually conflicting. So we
Yes,
cannot
sir.
swap them. So updated value of A is not reachable to transaction T2. So in that case, if you swapped it, so T2 will get the original value of A. हमें क्या चाहिए
Okay,
था,
sir.
इसकी updated value चाहिए actually. That is why the conflicting is there and we cannot swap it. Now the reason is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the example where we can see that this is conflicting operation and we cannot swap it. Now the other one you see on this. Now tell me whether it is conflicting or non-conflicting.
Non-conflicting. Non-conflicting.
Good.
Non-conflicting.
Good. It is non-conflicting, and because of that we can swap them.
Swap.
Is it clear now what is conflicting and what is non-conflicting?
Yes, sir.
Good. Then now we are coming on to example. अभी example हमको convert करना है same. The table is same. Okay. Now the question ऐसा आएगा exam में आपके. Consider the following schedule. Are there any conflicting operations in T1 and T2? You need to find it. Okay. Now another thing we need to find out the serial schedule of it. This schedule, say this is a given schedule, we need to find the serial schedule of it after swapping some operations. Okay, and make it conflict serializable schedule. So इस particular question से मैं वो तीनों terms clear कर रहा हूं. हम conflict operations, conflict equivalent and conflict serializability. Okay, This is the type of the question you will get in your examinations. So now concentrate on this now. So first of all, this is our original table. We will start now. We will start with the first operations, that is non-conflicting, that we can swap.
Yes,
So
sir.
you have seen it already, so we need not to, like, I need not to hide it. So these operations are non-conflicting operations. Are you agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Why non-conflicting?
Sir.
You just say me.
Because they are working.
So read A and read B.
Very good. The very simple is, first rule you will, if you remember, that if both the operations are reading, then they will definitely not conflicting. Whether they are on the same data items or not, it does not matter. Okay. So if both are read, वो एक last table ध्यान करो आप, जहाँ read था, read और read में no है केवल. Okay. So in order to be conflict, there must be at least one write. ये भी एक condition है, आप हमेशा ध्यान रखिएगा इस चीज को. Okay. So first of all, this is the first non-conflicting operation, and we can swap it. So after swapping, that you will get this table. Is it clear now? We have swapped the operations. So read B moves upward and read A is moved downward one step. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
स्वैपिंग का मतलब ये नहीं है, आप ये मत सोचिएगा कि read B will become the part of T2 and read A will become the part of T1. स्वैपिंग का मतलब समझ में आ रहा है आपको? I am moving upward one step, read B in T1 only. Read B will remains the part of T1 and read A will remains the part of T2 only. Is it clear now?
Yes,
कुछ
sir.
स्टूडेंट ये समझते हैं कि स्वैपिंग का मतलब कि हम दोनों को स्वैप कर देंगे. इट मींस कि रीड बी विल बी द पार्ट ऑफ T2 एंड रीड A नाउ विल बी द पार्ट ऑफ T1. It is not like so. Swapping means we are moving upwards or downwards the statements, but they will remains in the same transactions. Okay. So now next up, this second table is my input. So now in this I need to identify some conflicting operations. So now look at that, whether they are conflicting or non-conflicting.
Non-conflicting.
Confirm?
Sir, yes, sir. Confirm, not conflict.
Yes, sir.
Non-conflicting?
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
चलो रूल्स पे आते हैं. Are they belonging to the same transaction or different transactions?
Different.
Different.
Different. The first rule is clear. Okay. They are working on the same object or not?
Different objects.
Not.
They are working
Not
on
sure.
the different objects. Good. So अब इस तरीके से clear है आपको?
Yes, sir.
तो ये
Yes,
भी
sir.
non-conflicting है? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So can we swap it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we can also swap them. So after swapping, the output will be this. Is it okay? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now again, look at these particular transaction. Conflicting or non-conflicting?
Non-conflicting.
Non-conflicting.
Again, non-conflicting. So can we swap?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we can swap,
Yes,
and we
sir.
can get the final. We can get this table. So now this table is serial. This schedule is serial schedule or non-serial schedule?
Serial.
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 So initially हमारे पास क्या था? This is the slide that has having the initial schedule that is given to us and the final schedule as well, that we have obtained by a sequence of some swapping. So initially the schedule was non-serial schedule, and we have finally convert the schedule S1 into the serial schedule, that is S2. The final schedule after swaps is a serial schedule which is equivalent to the initial schedule, which is also equivalent to a initial schedule. Equivalent means कि the output will remain same in this case also. Yes or no? You are agreed upon this or not? Whether it will
Yes,
be
sir.
equivalent or not.
Yes, sir.
Output will also be same in the case of S1 and in the case of S2 both. So now after swapping, so first point is clear. That is, what is conflict operation? Conflict operation is clear to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now coming on to the second term, that is conflict equivalent. Okay, so conflict equivalent schedules, if the schedule S can be transformed into the schedule S dash by a series of swaps of non-conflicting operations, we say that S and S dash are conflicting equivalent. Now I think this definition is very much clear to all. In the previous example, the schedule S1 and S2 are now conflict equivalent schedule. As the schedule S2 has, we have got that schedule by some series of swaps of non-conflicting operations. Done?
Yes,
Say
sir.
yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Be prompt. Be
Yes.
prompt. है ना? It should be fast reply. Okay. Now at the bottom of this slide, you are also getting some other example, schedule S and schedule SS. So both are again conflict equivalent schedule. You can easily see, यदि आप schedule S1 को देखोगे तो write A and read B operations, are they conflicting or non-conflicting?
Okay. Non-conflicting.
Non-conflicting. So we can swap them easily. Okay, do it fast now. है ना?
Yes, sir.
So again, write A will become like one step downwards, and read B will become one step upwards. And in this way, if you will proceed, then you will definitely get the schedule S dash. So you can see now that we have convert a schedule into the another schedule which is equivalent to that schedule by a series of swaps of non-conflicting operations. So we can say now that S and S dash are conflict equivalent schedule. Okay. अब difference क्या है देखो, जो पहले the first example we have taken, in that initially the schedule was non-serial schedule, but in this case the schedule was serial schedule only. Okay, so you can see that in that definition is also true for the serial schedules. I have मतलब मैंने deliberately example लिया है क्योंकि इसमें schedule S जो है वो serial schedule already है, but still we are able to convert it the other serial schedule, okay, in which the order of sequence of transactions have been changed now. So जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको initially serial schedule या non serial schedule दिया हुआ हो, कुछ भी दिया हुआ हो सकता है आपको. It could be serial or it could be non-serial, but the ultimate output should be a serial schedule by some series of swaps of non-conflicting operations. Get it? हमेशा ये मत सोचिए कि आपको केवल नॉन सीरियल शेड्यूल मिलेगा. Okay, so that is what the definition of conflict equivalent schedule. Conflict equivalent. Now come on to the definition of conflict serializability. Last term. I have changed the slide. Now conflict serializable schedules. If a schedule S is conflict serializable, if it is conflict equivalent to a serial schedule S dash. So S is a conflict serializable as it is a conflict equivalent to S dash, which is a serial schedule. Example में देखिए, एक दूसरा example लिया है मैंने. So to become a conflict serializability, it must be conflict equivalent as well as conflict operations should be there somehow in the previous given example. I am again dictating the definition. A schedule S is conflict serializable if it is conflict equivalent to a serial schedule S dash. Okay, so in my example, in this slide, you are easily able to get that definition. Now, schedule S2 is conflict equivalent. We have proved it. Conflict equivalent to a schedule S1. Okay. So that's why we can also say that schedule S2 is conflict serializable schedule to the schedule S1. That is what the definition says. Is it clear to all now? What is conflict serializability?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I have given, I have put one more example, different example in the bottom of this slide. This is for you. You need to do it your own. that schedule S is non-serial schedule, you need to do some operations on that, conflicting operations you need to identify, and then you need to find out the corresponding schedule S dash. You need, this is your homework actually, okay? So you need to do it your own. So you need to find
Okay,
out
sir.
whether S1 S dash is a serializable or schedule or non-serializable, conflict serializable actually, I should say. Okay, so this is for your homework. Done. Now I am moving on to the view serializability. Sorry, before that we also have a test of conflict serializability. Okay, and that is again an important we can say a topic that is there for identifying the serializability. Testing is there. It is very easy actually. Okay, so to test the conflict serializability, we can draw a graph, that is V and E graph. Everyone knows what is a graph. Graph is a combination of some vertex and edges. Okay, the steps or the algorithm is as follows. First of all, we need to create some nodes for each of the transactions. Suppose our schedule has 3 transactions, then you need to create 3 different nodes. We will have some example of that also. Then we need to find the conflict pairs, read write, write write, or write read. You are saying in the brackets that only 3 possibilities are there to find out the conflict operations on the same variables by the different transactions. Okay, now we need to draw the edges from the schedule for each conflicting pair, such that, for example, write of 2b and read of 1b is conflict pair. Draw an edge from 2 to 1. यदि conflicting इस तरीके से हो रही है तो हमें ऐसे एक edge डालनी पड़ेगी T2 से T1 vertex के ऊपर. It means T2 must proceeds or executes before the T1. And final step is that testing conditions for the conflict serializability is, if the graph is cyclic graph, then non-conflicting schedules are there, and if the graph is having no cycle, then it is conflict serializability. ये एल्गोरिथम आपको क्लियर होगी इस एग्जांपल के बाद. ओके, मैं वापस आऊंगा इस एल्गोरिथम के ऊपर. एक बार हम एग्जांपल देखते हैं. नाउ सी द एग्जांपल. You need to check whether the given schedule is conflict or non-conflict serializable or not. Actually, example is clear. Schedule is given. अब ये जो schedule है ये मैंने different form में लिखा है आप लोगों के लिए जानबूझ के. एग्जाम में इस तरीके से भी पूछा जाता है. It is not compulsorily कि every time you will get the schedule in the form of tables. You need to. It may possible that you need to make the table of this schedule. Now, how you will make first the table of this schedule? पहला हमारा task ये है. Now, अभी देखो. This is a table that we can get with the help of this serial series of some read and write operations of the schedule. First of all, you need to find out how many different kind of transactions could be there in S. कैसे identify करेंगे हम? Read that series of read and write operations. R1, it means the transaction 1 it is talking about. 1 it means 1. R2 matlab now it is different transaction. It belongs to a different transaction. So R2 means it is talking about some different transaction. So there is second transaction, that is T2. Then again R1 it means transaction 1. R2 means again transaction 2. R3 it means ki now it is talking about the different transaction. So we need to take one more transaction, that is T3. Okay. Then W1 it means ki writing in the transaction 1. W2 means ki writing in the transaction 2. So now tell me how many different transactions are there in this schedule?
3.
3.
Very good. Good. R1 means ki one transaction I am talking about. R2 means second transactions. So this is the table. Now be careful while you are putting the R1, R2, R1, R2, R3, W1, W2 in the table. The series is very important. Sequence is very important. So we need to follow the same sequence as it is given into the question. So now let us see that. First of all, I am putting R1 of A in transaction T1. Is it okay? Then R2 of A. R2 of A must be in the transaction T2. In the next line, you can see it also. So the sequence must be followed. So R1 of A belongs to T1, R2 of A belongs to T2 in next row. You can see next row of the table. Okay. Now R1B is the third one in the schedule. So R1B it means it must belong to the transaction T1 and it should be in the next row. Then R2B should belong to T2 in next row. R3B is in the transaction T3 and it is into the next row. W1A, it is W1, it means transaction 1. Then it is again into the next row. W2B, it is in the last row of the transaction T2. Now first of all, it is clear ki how we will make a table when the schedule is given in this form.
Yes, sir.
Got it? So question mein schedule can be either in this sequence or can be in the form of table. Now you are able to make the table of the schedule. Now we need to proceed. So now look at this slide. This is the solution of our question. मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि I need to identify whether the given schedule is conflict serializable or not. Okay, so first of all, how many transactions are there? 3 transactions. So how many nodes we need to make in the graph? 3 nodes.
3.
So you can see that in step number 1, I have created a skeleton of a graph in which there are 3 nodes, each belongs to the different transactions: transaction T1, transaction T2, and transaction T3. Is it clear? So first of all, I am making a skeleton of a graph including 3 nodes. Now in step 2, I need to find out the conflict pair of operations. Conflict pair of operations that can be identified by the table. So you need to find out the conflict operations. तो अब आपको इस पूरी टेबल को सर्च करना पड़ेगा, इस पूरी टेबल को स्कैन करना पड़ेगा अपने आप से, आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए कि conflict operations कौन-कौन से हैं. Okay, conflicting pair कौन-कौन से हैं. Conflicting pair I am asking about. I am not asking about right now the non-conflicting pair. Okay, so find out the conflicting pair. क्या R1A और R2A conflicting है?
No.
No, because both are reading and both are has
No,
the
sir.
same value. So reading होती है तो non-conflicting हो गए. Okay, R1B and R2B conflicting है?
No.
R1B और R2B conflicting है?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
नहीं है. Good. ठीक है. So in this way you need to scan the whole table and finally you will get that we are having only 3 conflicting pairs. मैं बता देता हूँ आपको. R3B and W2B. R3B and W2B. क्या ये conflicting हैं?
Yes, sir.
Everyone says yes that it is conflicting.
Yes,
R3 and W2.
Yes,
one of
sir.
them
Yes,
is
sir.
one of them is writing. Both are belonging to the different and both are working on the same. So that's why it is conflicting pair. Good. Second one is R1B and W2B. R1B and W2B. R1B and W2B.
Yes, sir.
Whether they are conflicting or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Conflicting. Good.
The
Conflicting.
R2A and W1A. R2A and R2A and W1A. This two.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Conflicting है. So in this way we will identify the conflict pairs. Conflict pairs RW, WR और WW. ये 3 conflict pairs होते हैं. ये चीज ध्यान रखिएगा. So in this way we have identified that in this table we are having 3 different conflict pairs. Okay, again you will see that if I am talking firstly suppose I am talking about R3B and W2B. R3B and W2B. तो क्या मैं इसका ऑर्डर चेंज करूंगा तो क्या ये कन्फ्लिक्टिंग होंगे? क्या हम ऑर्डर चेंज कर सकते हैं इसका? पहली बात तो ये है, आप बताइए. देखो ऑर्डर क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है? क्योंकि आई नीड टू मेक अ एज एंड इट विल बी अ डायरेक्टेड एज. डायरेक्शन शुड बी देयर इन द एज. Edge from T1 to T2 says that edge from T1 to T2. ठीक है. So R3B say W2B if I am talking about. So edge should be there from the transaction T3 to transaction T2. So you are able to see now an edge from T3 to T2. Is it visible to you or is it like okay with you? We are having an edge from the transaction T3 to transaction T2 because of first conflicting operation, that is R3B and W2B. Is it okay? Which is headed by 2A. You are seeing the edge like headed by 2A, that is from T3 to T2, which is because of the first conflict R3B to W2B. You have got it?
Yes, sir.
The second edge is now tell me which will be the second edge, that is R1B to W2B. कौन सी edge है यहाँ पर?
T2 T.
1A or 4B? 1A or 4B?
1A.
1A. Good. Because the first transaction is R1, so edge must start from the T1. and the last second transition is W2, then the edge must ends to T2, and R2A and W1A, because of that there is an edge that is 4B. Okay, so in second step we have identified some conflict pairs, and in third step we have drawn a directed graph that is visible to you all now. Okay, now the final step is fourth step, which is there to find out whether this graph is cyclic or non-cyclic. I think the cyclic is clear to all. Cyclic graph is clear or not?
Yes.
Or I need to explain it?
Yes, sir. No,
So now tell me whether this graph is cyclic or non-cyclic or acyclic graph.
sir. Cyclic.
Cyclic graph. Because there is a cycle, that is because of 1A and 4B edge. 1A and 4B is making a cycle. Okay. So this graph is forming a cycle. Therefore, the schedule is not a conflict serializable schedule. In this way, you can identify the given schedule, whether it is conflicting serializable or non-conflicting serializable. That is what the algorithm is also. Now, again coming on to the example, we need to create the nodes first of all. We have created 3 nodes. Then we have identified the conflicting pairs. Then we have drawn some edges based on the conflicting pairs we have identified. And finally, we have tested to find out whether the graph is cyclic or acyclic graph. Is it clear now? The algorithm is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the way of identifying whether the serializability is conflicting serializability or not.